All right. Let's see if our brains are working any better than they were last time. Not yours, mine.
Yeah, you guys are doing fine.
How about too specific? Too specific.
That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Coloma, make sure you put your microphones close to your mouth.
Yes, please, everybody. Up close and personal.
Hey, how you
Close
doing?
as you can get without chipping your teeth.
I ain't trying to be creepy. I'm just trying to get in the grill. Look.
All right. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay, people, here we go. People. We're off to the races. Welcome to Academic Challenge. My name is Jim Gifford, your host and moderator. Today we feature teams from Coloma and Countryside Academy. WSJM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from Berrien and Van Buren counties and is sponsored by Waterville Lake Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. And first we'll meet the teams and their coaches, and we'll start with Coloma. Step up to the microphones, ladies and gentlemen, and identify yourselves one by one.
I'm Captain Corey Hamilton, sophomore.
Carly Lentz, junior.
Billy Coleman, senior.
Brandon Peak, senior.
Corey, your coach is our...
Mr. Sheehan and Miss Glisson, who's not here with us.
All right, then. And from Countryside Academy...
Michaela Warren, senior.
Mario Ortega, senior.
Alyssa Clark, senior.
Haley Bolin, freshman.
Michaela, your coach.
Mr. Cook.
Almost forgot, didn't you? All right, here's the basic rules, or here are the basic rules. In the first and second halves, we announce the value of each question before it's asked. When you press your button, please wait to be recognized. You will have 10 seconds to answer each question, 15 to answer math questions. No consultation allowed. There will be in the 60-second round, but not right now. I'll be scorekeeping and judging our question guy tonight, Mike Arney from up in the newsroom, and we are about ready to go. So, Mike, whenever you are ready, we are ready.
Our first question for 5 points. Rudyard Kipling's most famous books were mostly about one country. Which one?
Carly, Coloma.
Britain.
Incorrect.
Countryside Academy. Michaela.
America.
It would be India.
Close.
For 10 points. A president or a governor may fail to take action on a bill that has been passed by Congress or the legislature within 10 days after adjournment. This action or non-action is called what?
Mario, Countryside.
Pocket veto.
Pocket veto is correct. Our first math question of today. For 15 points, find the solution for the following system of equations. X minus 2y equals 0. Negative 2x plus y equals 0. And again, find the solution for the following system of equations. X minus 2y equals 0. And negative 2x plus y equals 0.
Billy, Coloma.
X and Y equals 0.
Incorrect.
Countryside. Mario.
X equals 2, Y is equal 1.
Could you repeat that, please?
X 2, Y 1.
Incorrect. X is negative 1 1/3. Y is negative 2/3.
Fractions.
Beautiful. Es más bonito.
All right. For 10 points, and pardon my butchering of the French language with this,
Oh, yeah.
I will spell it. What common household object, called in French REVIELLEMATIN, is the first thing many people hear in the morning?
Billy, Coloma.
Alarm clock.
Exactly right, yes.
10.
That's for 10 points. For 20 points, Chaplain Howell M. Forgy aboard the cruiser New Orleans at the time of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor uttered what line which caught the public's imagination and provided Frank Loesser with the title of a popular wartime song?
Michaela, Countryside.
We're being attacked.
Incorrect.
Coloma.
Please lace that up.
Billy.
Attack on Pearl Harbor.
Incorrect. The answer is praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
That's something.
Praise
for a
the Lord.
chaplain to say.
For 5 points, his baby fell ill and was placed on a diet of strained peas. That's how he began the mass marketing of baby foods. Who is this person?
Billy, Coloma.
Gerber.
Correct, Daniel Gerber. For 5 points, this grooming item was first marketed in 1931 by the Schick Company. What is the name of this product that is bought today by men and women?
Michaela, Countryside.
Shaving cream?
Incorrect.
Coloma, Billy.
Barbasol.
Incorrect. The electric shaver. For 20 points, identify the most brilliant of the annual meteor
what I did.
showers.
Seems opinionated.
Time.
Perseids.
Oh, I know what that is.
For 15 points. The first black Supreme Court justice was Thurgood Marshall. Name the president who appointed him to the court.
Billy, Coloma.
John F. Kennedy.
Incorrect.
Countryside Academy. 5 seconds. Mario.
Taft.
Incorrect. Billy, you were very close. It was Lyndon Johnson, Kennedy's successor.
I was gonna say
For 15 points, most people will suffer a sprain or a strain to some part of their bodies at some time in their lives. What's the major difference between a sprain and a strain?
Billy, Coloma.
A sprain involves a muscle and a strain involves a ligament.
Incorrect.
Countryside. Michaela.
A sprain is more serious than a strain?
Incorrect. Billy was very close. A sprain affects a joint, a strain affects a muscle. For 10 points, a Treasury Department report issued in 1993 stated that field commanders of the ATF Bureau mishandled the raid on the Branch Davidian cult in Waco, Texas, and then tried to cover up their mistakes. What is the ATF?
Corey, Coloma.
alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Yes, that is correct.
For
10 points. For 15 points, which literary character called himself the Count of Monte Cristo?
time.
Edmond Dantes. 20 points, and we're going with math again. So I'll read this question twice. 20 points. The cube root of this number is exactly 1/2 its square. It is the only number below 1,000 which has an even cube and square roots. What is the number? Again, the cube root of this number is exactly 1/2 of its square. It's the only number below 1,000 which has even cube and square roots. What is the number?
Brandon, Coloma.
4 is incorrect.
And Countryside. Anybody? And
64 is the answer. For 10 points, many names of the Bible end with the syllable EL. For instance, Daniel, Ezekiel, Joel. What is the meaning of EL in the Hebrew language?
Mario, Countryside.
Son of.
No, sir.
Coloma, 5 seconds. Corey.
Prophet.
God. For 15 points. This is a quote. Should the U.S. defend Matsu Islands in Quemoy, a few miles from the mainland of China, against an all-out Red Chinese attack? Who said yes when John Kennedy said no to this question?
Billy, Coloma.
Richard Nixon.
Exactly right.
For 15.
For 15. For 20. Long famous for its blue and white pottery, it is also where William the Silent was assassinated, in the birthplace of Vermeer, who painted a famous view of it. Name the city.
Time.
Delft. DELFT? I'd never heard of it either.
I never dealt with that before.
For 5 points, this 19th century scientist was one of the founders of organic chemistry and developed a method of spectral analysis still used today. He invented the filter pump, the grease spot photometer, and the ice calorimeter.
There you go.
He's most famous for his work developing a gas burner that bears his name. Identify him.
Billy Coloma.
Oh, dang. Brunson burner.
Bunsen is correct.
Yeah.
For 5.
That's for 5.
Bunsen.
For 15 points, match the following scientists with the organisms with which each is most closely identified. Here are the scientists: Walter Reed, Gregor Mendel, Louis Pasteur, Ivan Pavlov. The organisms are dogs, bees, mosquitoes, and peas.
Time.
The answers are Reed, mosquitoes; Mendel, peas; Pasteur, bees; Pavlov, dogs.
Next question, final question of the first half.
For 20 points, what was Ted Williams' batting average in 1941?
Billy Coloma.
300.
No, sir.
Countryside. A guess? And that's time.
Last time anybody hit over 400, 406.
That is the end of the first half of today's Academic Challenge. We'll be back with the score and the 62nd round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
Bum, bum.
How to get the most out there questions. I mean, Pavlov's associated with dogs, that's it.
I knew Mendel was peas.
Half of it. I think he did say half of it.
Sir.
I just know Pavlov. I'm not a big scientist.
I know Mendel was peas because
you
that's all we
give
did
the,
for the first part of biology.
There's a big old
Yeah, you'll
number.
do that ahead of time.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. I was trying to forget everything about biology. Stop trying to make me relive those years.
The other thing we did in
Lewis?
biology was
My level's better this time?
I probably would have loved biology if I had
Hey,
this
dude.
lesson.
Can you go outside and call my dad? He just called
At my
me
school,
and
my
he
teacher
can't
was
answer
crazy.
the phone.
Yeah, he said
It's
that.
baseball. Come on now, he knows it. Go outside and call him, see what he wants.
Oh,
And comfort him or talk to him or whatever makes him happy.
No one even tried. I don't understand this man. Like, he's talking.
Tell him where I am.
You ready?
Alright, you ready?
All right, we're ready.
Ooh, let's get this.
Let's do this thing. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oops, hang on.
oh, you said the actual thing.
And we're back.
For one side.
At the end of the first half, the score, Coloma 45, Countryside Academy 10. And we move on to the 62nd round. 3 categories to choose from. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each is worth 10 points. There is a 20-point bonus if you answer all 10 within the time limit. You're encouraged to consult with one another at this point. The answers must come from the team captain. You may and should pass if you don't know the answer so you don't eat up all your time. After the minute's up, the opposing team will have a chance to answer any questions the first team could not answer. Countryside Academy, you're trailing at the moment. You have first choice of these categories. They are above par, fill in the blank, or 10 characters in search of an author. Above par, fill in the blank, 10 characters in search of an
I
author.
would go with fill in the blank.
Let me know what you like.
No, what's the first one?
Above par? That's golf. I don't know golf.
No, yeah.
I don't know really about seriously.
We're gonna go with fill in the blank.
They're going to go with fill in the blank. And that seems like as good a place as any to start. Any setup on this, Mike?
Nope. These are all just fill in the blank
That
questions.
seems perfectly obvious. All right, I'll start the clock when you start reading. Michaela, you have to give the answers, and here we go.
Question 1. In 1942, an A ration card allowed you 3 gallons of blank a week.
Milk?
Incorrect. In Tempe, Arizona, one of a fireman's main responsibilities is to learn the layout of blank mains.
Water.
Yes. The popular science fiction term for faster than light travel is blank speed.
Light speed.
Incorrect. In 1664, Charles II granted his brother, the Duke of Blank, permission to drive the Dutch out of New Netherland.
Pass.
Silver iodide and silver bromide are sensitive to blank, hence they're used in photography.
Light.
Correct. Custer State Park in South Dakota has one of the largest free-roaming herds of blank in the world.
Buffalo.
Correct. Zacharias Janssen is said to have invented the compound blank by placing convex lenses at the ends of both at both ends of the tube.
Telescope.
Incorrect.
3 correct answers for Countryside Academy for a total of 30 points in the 60-second round. We'll reset the clock here and turn this category over to Coloma so they can give it their shot at the ones that were missed and the ones that did not to get answered or even asked. And whenever you're ready, Coloma and Mike.
In 1942, an A ration card allowed you 3 gallons of blank a week.
Gas.
Yes. The popular science fiction term for faster than light travel is blank
Warp.
speed. Yes. In 1664, Charles II granted his brother, the Duke of Blank, permission to drive the Dutch out of New Netherland.
York.
Yes. Zacharias Janssen is said to have invented the compound blank by placing convex lenses at both ends of the tube.
Microscope.
Yes. A speech sound formed by the active use of blank is called labial.
Pass.
The Earth's crust and lithosphere are broken into blank, whose movements against each other cause earthquakes.
Tectonic plates.
Yes. The most famous blanks in America are the ones of the moon and the sun in
Sure.
yeah.
Teotihuacan.
It did take a part.
Teotihuacan.
Anybody? Shot in the dark?
The most famous blanks. Yeah.
All right. You got 5 right out of that. The correct answer was
Pyramid.
all right. 50 points for Coloma in that round, or that part of the 60-second round. Were there any others that they need answers on that nobody got?
There was only one, and that was a speech sound formed by the active use of blank is called labial, and that would be lips.
All right. So that's half done. The 2 remaining categories that Coloma gets to choose from are above par and 10 characters in search of an author. What do you like, Coloma?
Vote. Above par.
Above par.
Above par.
Okay, for above par.
This one does have an opening statement, if you will.
So above par, identify the following words which begin with the letters P-A-R.
And when you're ready.
Question 1, one that begets offspring.
Parent.
Yes. An organism which lives off another organism.
Parasite.
Yes. A local church community.
Parson.
Incorrect. A hooded fur garment for Arctic wear.
Parka.
Yes. To take part.
Partake.
I'll grant that one. An associate or colleague.
Pass.
A unit of measure for interstellar space equal to 19.2 trillion miles.
Parsec.
Yes. To excuse or forgive.
Pardon.
A word in which the style of the author is closely imitated for comic effect.
Parody.
Yes. A pompous show or exhibition often held on holidays.
Parade.
Yes. Go back to the question you skipped. An associate or colleague?
No, that's it.
We
We're
know.
done.
All right. We know. All right.
Total of 8
Because we did
correct on that for 80 more points because those that get missed
That's right.
go over to the other,
side. That's right.
So let's put
My
60
bad.
seconds back on, and we have a couple that need to be answered. In Countryside Academy, they are yours.
All right.
Countryside Academy, here we go.
A local church community.
starting with PAR.
Parish.
Yes. An associate or colleague.
Partner.
Yes. And that wraps up those questions.
Wow. Surprised the hell out of themselves. The two remaining answered correctly by Countryside Academy for 20 more points there.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
And that should wrap up the 60-second round, correct?
It does.
All right. That is, well, we'll do that. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next year on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. I don't know why the hell I'm so discombobulated tonight.
I had participants.
Okay, Naomi.
Yes.
PAR word. How about that?
Yes.
That's what they were saying over there.
They just go over there.
Hey, my first time
what
wasn't
do we got here?
I think tried.
I was thinking like it was some complex like word.
And we've got a sub.
Go sit down. Get your,
18
he's
holes.
working on it.
I did not know the answer to that. I just wanted to know, so I wouldn't have
Yeah.
anyways.
Like,
I don't know.
like a tiger. like
Kayla, are you got a spiel for us?
like,
Ta-da. All right, that's cool.
wait, what sound did I make?
Well, we give that.
I like the kickstand on your phone, man.
Hey, let's give this rating
I
to
like that
somebody else.
kickstand on your iPhone does.
Yeah, I broke mine. I broke
What?
it.
Oh,
It's a cheap.
somebody did a typo.
No, I bought the phone. Yeah, I bought the
So
case.
December 15th.
That came with, as you can see, it's broken.
Yes, I see that. I thought it was actually Samsung.
Yeah.
Let's give this rating to somebody else. Why not Naomi?
That's
60-second
Naomi.
I mean,
Because we always pick the wrong one.
I heard you guys like, what the heck? And I'm like, what the heck are they talking about?
Hey, Billy, are you doing the shtick again this time?
Oh, okay, I'll do it again. But I corrected something. I didn't even notice it.
All right.
You mentioned something about
December 15th.
Billy. Can you just
Did
mention
we
something about drama?
we got
I'm sorry.
Naomi. All right.
Okay.
Naomi in for Carly.
Oh,
And Allison.
somebody put July 16th, but it was December 15th. I didn't notice it. Like, that's when I do at announcements at school, too. I'll just read, and the secretaries don't really go over it. So they'll be like, they'll put something on there, and I'll say it, not even thinking about
I
it.
was nervous my first time.
All right, hang on.
Like, then people be like, oh, you said this, and I'm like, I don't know, I just read it.
Once a month. Besides January, we have
C-A-L-E-B. Caleb's in for Haley on the other side.
until February when the tournament is.
How about not? Could you not? How old is she now?
It's my good luck charm.
Could you not?
Ready to go. Oh no.
Just about.
All
Could you
right.
not?
Let's do this. This crowd came for some entertainment. Let's give it to them.
Light this candle, man.
All right.
English.
That's really good, by the way.
We're ready?
Thank
Thank you.
All right, people, here we go.
You can have double negatives in Spanish.
And we are back. The score at the end of the 60-second round, Coloma 175, Countryside Academy 60. And it's time now to find out a little bit about what's happening at each of our participating schools. And we'll start with Countryside Academy, and here is Michaela.
Hello from Cougar Country. We have been busy preparing for the basketball season, which the girls started with a victory over Andrews Academy. The students participated in Google's Week of Code. The students got to experiment with creating apps and writing code. Thank you again to WSJM and the for sponsoring another academic challenge.
All right, Michaela, thank you. And from Coloma, Billy.
Hello from Coloma. The second semester is coming to a close, and winter break will soon be upon us. And yes, we are eager for the holidays. Next Wednesday, December 18th, the National Honor Society will be hosting its annual Angel Tree event, where the NHS students will play Santa and present gifts to the less fortunate, deserving kids. Drama Club began its first practices for just another high school play. The Coloma High School Band and Jazz Band will present their winter concert next Monday, December 15th. They have been preparing for this event for months, so everyone is eagerly awaiting to see the culmination of their efforts. Also, we'd like to wish good luck to our sports teams who are about to open their seasons. The boys and girls basketball teams begin their seasons against St. Joe. The wrestling team and competitive cheer team begin their seasons this week as well. Good luck to all. Just a reminder to Coloma seniors who are keeping track, there are only 5 months and 20 days left until graduation. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors, Chemical Bank, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Schools, and Waterville Public Schools. As always, we'd like to thank WSJM for hosting Academic Challenge.
And thank you, Billy. We have a couple of substitutions here. Let's start with Coloma. If you're new, step up to the mic and identify yourself.
Naomi Cottrell, sophomore.
Okay, and?
Allison Woodard, sophomore, junior.
She's not. She's just.
She's at all. No, too.
And from Countryside?
Caleb Feener, junior.
Welcome, one and all. Let's begin the second half of today's academic challenge between Coloma and Countryside Academy. And Mike, whenever you are ready.
All right, our first question this round is for 5 points. St. Louis is at 90 degrees west longitude. Fresno is at 120 degrees west longitude. What is the time difference?
Mario, Countryside.
1 hour.
Incorrect.
And Coloma. Naomi?
3 hours.
Also incorrect. It is 2 hours. For 20 points. Set in Dawson's Landing in the antebellum period, this 19th century novel tells the story of a slave woman named Roxy, who switches babies so that her child, the false Tom Driscoll, grows up free and rich, while her master's child, the real Tom Driscoll, grows up a slave. Name both the novel and the author.
Time. Sorry, Caleb, just a little on the outside there.
Answer, Pudd'nhead Wilson by Mark Twain.
Did you have that?
Pudd'nhead.
For 20 points, which of Stravinsky's ballet pictures the confusion at a carnival?
Oh.
Time.
Petrushka. For 5 points, how do you spell Rococo?
Corey, Coloma?
RECOCO.
Close, but incorrect.
Countryside. Rococo. 5 seconds. Caleb, you did get in on this one.
RICCOCO.
Incorrect. ROCOCO.
Rococo.
For 20
One
points,
thing.
deficit financing is a fiscal policy that uses government spending to combat an economic slump. What British economist popularized the idea?
Keynes.
Corey, Coloma.
Keynes.
Yes.
For
That's
20?
correct. 20 points. 5 points. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, which is the 6th rock from the sun.
Allison, Coloma.
Saturn.
Correct. 5 points. For 20 points, virtually unchanged for 4 centuries, the skyline is dominated by Brunelleschi's Cathedral Dome, the tower of the Piazza dei Signora, Dea Signora. What is the city?
Michaela, Countryside.
Vatican City?
Incorrect.
Coloma, 5 seconds. Corey?
Barcelona.
Incorrect. Michaela was in the right country, but it is Florence. 20 points. After the Spanish-American War, the United States acquired 4 new territories. Name any of these 4. Any 3 of these 4.
Mario, Countryside.
Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Philippines.
Incorrect.
Billy, Coloma.
Texas, New Mexico, California.
Also incorrect. Mario was close. You had 2 of the 3. It was the Philippines, Guam, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. For 10 points, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, located in Washington, D.C., has what shape?
Billy, Coloma.
A curved rectangle.
Can't take that one.
Countryside. Alyssa.
A wall?
It is a wall, but it's a wall in the shape of the letter V.
Yeah.
That's elaborate.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
For 10 points, what are tagalongs, do-si-dos, medallions, samoas, trefoils, and thin mints?
Michaela, Countryside.
Cookies.
Specifically?
Girl Scout cookies.
Exactly.
How many?
10 points.
10 points.
For 10 points, specifically, what portion of the female anatomy is most idealized by poets?
Billy seems to know this. Coloma,
Breasts.
Incorrect.
or not. Countryside.
I don't know.
5 seconds. Caleb.
Legs.
Incorrect. We're keeping it above the neck. The eyes.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
Come on.
This is a family radio, guys.
These,
I don't
these are
know.
poets, remember.
It could be like, because they
All
always say
right.
bosom, so I was like, oh, okay, breast.
For 5 points, since World War II, more countries have gained their freedom where than in any other continent in the world?
Corey, Coloma.
Africa.
Correct.
For how many?
5 points. 5 points. 2 precious jewels are exactly the same stone except for color. They are both forms of corundum, which is an aluminum oxide. One of them is blue-green sapphire. The other is the red gem. Name it.
Billy, Coloma.
Garnet.
No, sir.
Countryside. 5 seconds. Michaela.
Ruby?
Yes.
5.
5 points. For 10 points, describe the principle behind the making of cultured pearls.
Time.
Answer, the pearl is produced by inserting a pre-cut bead into the mollusk. All right. For 10 points, I'll read this twice. Take the number of digits in a social security number, multiply by the number of justices on the Supreme Court, and add the product to the year in a George Orwell title. What is the result? And again, take the number of digits in a social security number, multiply by the number of justices on the Supreme Court, add the product to the year in a George Orwell title. What is the result?
Caleb, Countryside.
6.
No, sir.
Well, not much support from the peanut gallery there. Coloma, 5 seconds. Billy.
3028.
No, sir. 2065. 9, 9, and 1984 for the George Orwell book.
Oh, 9. I did 9 to 16.
So I was 18.
We have 20 points on this one. English physician Edward Jenner was able to relate 2 diseases and produce an effective prevention for smallpox, the more serious of the 2. Explain how he discovered the prevention of smallpox.
Billy, Coloma.
He hand sanitizer, like he washed his hands.
No, sir.
Incorrect. Countryside.
He made up a study connecting vaccines to autism. I'm kidding. He found that anyone who had a case of cowpox could not get smallpox, so he induced cowpox and thus prevented smallpox. For 10 points. Originally, they were called dagobas and were simple caskets to preserve the relics of Buddhist saints. Later, the term was applied to the monuments containing the caskets. They have since grown to enormous size with many tiers and terraces. Name the great buildings found in the Buddhist regions of the Far East.
Corey, Coloma.
The Ayatollahs.
No, sir.
Countryside, 5 seconds. Caleb.
Temples.
Pagodas is the answer we're looking for there. For 10 points, of what substance was Snow White's coffin made?
Allison, Coloma.
Wood.
Incorrect.
Countryside, Alyssa.
Glass.
Yes. 10 points. 15 points. Name the smallest of the Central American countries.
Corey, Coloma.
El Salvador.
Yes, sir.
For 15.
Yes, sir. 5 points. What NFL team fled to Indianapolis under the cover of night in 1984?
Corey, Coloma.
The Baltimore Colts.
Correct.
For 5.
Yep.
And this is the final question of the match.
All right, for 5 points. Which of these simple machines is the most recent, of which Archimedes' version is an early example?
And that is time.
And that answer would be the screw.
And that does it. That is the end of today's academic challenge match. We will tabulate the scores and announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
I really wanted to get to the Colts question, so I was happy we got to that one.
I'm a fan of the Colts.
Okay.
So you know about
Not as much as the Lions, but you're obviously.
I was gonna say I see lions over
Is that
there.
what, I was thinking with that one. Okay, given the ages of everybody in high school, now I'm thinking, would this be a really hard question if somebody wasn't a Colts fan? I was thinking it might be, so I was curious.
Lions and Colts, man.
All right.
Yeah. Consolation prize. Kidding. Good job.
I was gonna say something stupid. I was gonna say duh. No, I was gonna say something stupid. I was gonna say duh, Tigers. No.
You saw it, that blank look when you
I
started
did,
with
yeah.
sports. It's alright. I
It's
didn't
the
say anything.
21. Look.
At least I'm trying with math questions this year. And you're so good at math.
People can keep my beautiful handwriting.
Terrible at quick math.
Man, why did I even use all this?
I was so close to getting one about
I'm gonna look at it.
one with adding like the justices and the security number.
Stop there.
This was five.
That one was hard.
This is one security number and it
What
was
the-
1984. I did too, and I was thinking 5 justices. I didn't
Well, you're saving those to the laptop?
No one cares.
Wow.
Running slow?
That's unfortunate. Well, the whole network is screwed up today. So.
Yeah. Everything's slow.
Yeah.
Remember which ones you got right.
I wasn't taking that good of notes.
You ready? Okay. Here we go. Let's wrap this up. We are back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winner and thank our sponsors. And the winners, score of 225 to 85, the team from Coloma. How about a nice hand for Coloma? Congratulations. Thank you all for joining us on WSJM's Academic Challenge, brought to you by Lakeshore Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Waterville Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. And we invite you to join us again next time as Bridgman and Countryside Academy go head-to-head on Academic Challenge. All right, people.